What's up, guys? This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. And guys, I just want to talk out my feelings on this whole Breonna Taylor situation here. I know a lot of people are very much up in arms, figuratively and literally speaking. A lot of people are very emotional about this. And I would expect no less. I mean, after all, a life has been lost. It didn't need to be. I want to start off by saying that it is incredibly tragic, what happened. And I think we're all still getting all of the details. I don't know if we'll ever get all of the details about the situation. Very complicated situation that went on there that had a very tragic ending. But, in the end, I do want this to be a learning experience, for our young people out there, particularly young black women. I'd like them to know that it's important that this kind of thing doesn't happen to you. All right. Now, this is coming from a place of love. I know all of the different ways I can be criticized about taking this stance that I'm about to take. But I want to say, for my part, I'm only speaking out of love and concern. And I want to see something different. I don't want to see any more Breonna Taylor situations go on at all. It just breaks my heart, what happened. Because this is not something that is unheard of. It's happened before. Whether it's this tragic or whether it's just a matter of somebody lost their lives by having to go to jail behind the wrong associations, so I believe that played a very big part in this, Breonna Taylor being in the wrong company, even if she wasn't at the time, her ex-boyfriend, I believe, was the actual subject of the whole investigation. And the way things were supposed to happen was, I think they was trying to gather evidence against this person, even though I believe he was already in custody. Like I said before, there are so many different facts and details, it's hard to keep track of. But yeah, so here she was in her home with, her boyfriend, I think. And I think that was what was going on there. I think they were girlfriend and boyfriend, and he heard somebody at the door. He goes with his gun. It's not even his home that he's defending, but okay, he has the license to carry, so there he is. And he shoots at the door when I think he suspects somebody is breaking in. Turns out it's the cops. Whether or not they identified themselves or not, I don't know, but they ended up shooting back at the person who shot at them. Something like 5 bullets, maybe 6, struck Breonna Taylor, and she died pretty much on the scene. All right, and my thing is, you can go for justice. You can pursue justice in this case, but people seem to be hung up on what that justice would be. Now, her family just settled for something like $12 million. All right, so I read that there's a $12 million settlement that's being awarded to her mom, her family, stuff like that. And to some people, that would be some form of justice. But they want murder. They want the cops to be in jail. And my thing is, you would have to prove that those cops knew when they got up that morning, when they got into the squad car, the cruiser, when they went over there, they planned on killing that woman. And I'm sorry, there's just not enough evidence. There was never enough evidence to support that. So there's only one way that this case could have gone. You know what I mean? Now the parents or the family, they're getting the $12 million, in a settlement. And of course, that's not going to bring her back. It's not going to stop the heartache of her family and the pain. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that they had to go through that. But my thing is, I would really want us to take back a little bit of power here and not just stop at what the cops did wrong. All right, because yes, it shouldn't have happened. But I really want us to empower ourselves and teach our children to make better decisions. All right, so that things like this, the chances of it happening are much lower. I'm not saying she deserved it. I'm not saying she deserved it at all. She did not deserve it. All I'm saying is, why not teach the kids that there are choices that they can make throughout their lives that will have an impact on what happens to them throughout their lives. All right, I teach my son this, and I love him more than anything. So I would definitely teach this to others. I would tell others this too. Be careful. If she was dealing with a drug dealer anywhere in her life, then this did put her at risk. And there are a lot of young women out here who make that mistake. Either they're romanticized by the life or what they're getting out of the life. The guy, maybe he's just that, that sweet to her. He's that fine to her. She just has to have this dude in her life. And she makes the decision to risk her safety, sometimes the safety of her children, to be around this person. And the message has to be, to some degree, and not talking about Breonna Taylor, but to all of the women out there, the young women who do struggle with this type of thing, putting themselves at danger and their family and their children. please reconsider the choices that you make. And this is not something that's new, guys. It reminded me of an old song by Erykah Badu called The Other Side of the Game. Now, Erykah Badu fans, R&B fans, neo-soul fans, you know this song. But I want to run down the lyrics of the song because there's a cautionary tale here, guys. And it reminded me of that. And, this is not something that's new or unheard of. So, in part, the lyrics of this song, The Other Side of the Game, go, do I really want my baby? Brother, tell me what to do. I know you got to get your hustle on, so I pray. I understand the game sometimes, and I love you strong. But what are you going to do when they come for you? Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. What we going to do when they come for you? God, I can't stand life without you. See, now me and baby got this situation. See, brother's got this complex occupation. And it ain't that he don't have education, because I was right there at his graduation. Now, I ain't saying that this life don't work, but it's me and baby that he hurts, because I tell him right, he thinks I'm wrong, but I love him strong. He gave me the life that I came to live, gave me the song that I came to give. Pressure on me, but the seed had grown. I can't make it on my own. Summer came around and the flowers bloomed. He became the sun, I became the moon. Precious gifts that we both receive. Or could this be make-believe? You guys know this song. What you gonna do when they come for you? Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. What we gonna do when they come for you? Gave me the life that I came to live. So there it is. And this was back in the 90s. Erykah Badu talking about it, all right? She knows in the song that the man that she's dealing with is a hustler. He's into drugs. And she has to live with the fear. What are we gonna do when the cops come for you? What are we gonna do? Now, in Breonna Taylor's case, I believe she had moved on from that guy and everything, but when they did come for him, they were in the wrong place, all right? And she ended up getting shot. That's what we're gonna do. When they come for you, they ended up getting her. They ended up getting me when they came for you. And all I'm saying is there's got to be some type of way that we can get through to these kids, right? Even from the guy's point of view, it's like if you have a respectable son, who's dating and stuff, you might want to instruct him to be careful about the situation that you're stepping into. You can't always know who her exes are, but sometimes you do have to pay attention and at least have that on your mind, that before you're in somebody else's home, under somebody else's circumstances, you're walking into their life with their, with all of the issues that they have. You have to be very, very careful. We have to know what we're doing, and we have to have a sense of accountability for the decisions that we make. Like I said, I tell my son all the time, every decision you make can impact your life, sometimes for the rest of your life. And in an extreme case like this, the ultimate in tragedy can happen because Breonna Taylor should be here today, and it breaks my heart that she's not. So that's where I'm coming from, guys. And this is just a quick reminder. I don't want the video to go on too long. It's just a quick reminder. Be more purposeful with the way we advise our children. It doesn't let the cops off the hook, all right? But it's got to start at home. All right, guys, you can get in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about that, if any of that made sense. And as always, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe. And guys, I will see you on the next one, all right? That's it for now. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.